It's that time once again. Tuesday night, LBL action back one more time. We're at Abu Dhabi this week. Drivers are getting ready. We just got quali done. Corey on par with a 35.087. Grimes just behind him with a very fast lap on the medium, sitting at 35.160. Nico in third, Danny fourth. Cam and Andy both had a great start, starting fifth and sixth. But it's five lights. Corey on pole to take them away. Lights out and away we go. Corey gets a good start there on the outside of the track. Grimes going to slide behind him into turn one. Looking a little bit cautious as we already have a retirement from the race. We have a virtual safety car. There has already been a retirement. Jake Pigg didn't even make it to turn one before he DNF'd. What is going on? Absolute carnage already. Blaze with a 5-second penalty as well. There is a full course safety car. Noel King's retired as well. We already have two retirements before the end of lap one. I can't even keep a straight face anymore. We have a safety car at turn one. Welcome to the LBL. Welcome to the LBL. You just can't write this. You really can't write this. Already two DNFs before lap one, before even sector two. On lap one, it's just mental to be honest with you. Today we only have the one reserve. Amazingly, Ryan filling in for George in the Mercedes. There didn't have the greatest qualifying. Well, actually no, he didn't even qualify. He was a late call-in, so he did start from 19th. Didn't start last because King Dickhead got disqualified for parking it on the track, so he will be last. Well, there was before the race, there was a couple of people I was talking to, Cam and Andy, and also Delirious. They were basically a little bit wary about the tyre deg around Abu Dhabi because it is crazy, and they wanted to know what stints they'd be able to do, and they didn't think they'd be able to stretch the softs long enough to be able to go into the mediums, but I think they definitely will now. With obviously the safety car coming out, I can't believe it. That is now I think that is the second quickest safety car ever we have ever had. Bames with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We took off pit assist because it was causing too many issues. So the drivers will not race with pit assist. Also, AI mode is not allowed under safety car. So if anyone goes into the AI mode for anything more than a clip, and they have proof for the clip, they will be getting penalised for it. Let's have a look, see if anyone's not behaving. King Joel is now retired. 3 retirements already before we've even had a proper lap of green racing. 2 big winners from the start of the get-go. Ryan starting 19th, up into 10th, already in the points. Buzz in 11th. Danny in 12th. Had a very poor start from him. Feeling a little bit under the weather due to having COVID. But nonetheless, still fighting through and racing. Obviously, we wish him a speedy recovery. But here he is. Defending his lead of the championship. So, fair play to him. Blaze in 13th. Also stepping in for someone who couldn't be asked to race. So that's always pleasant. Our darling, our sweetheart, Alfie, he's in 14th. Just done a pit stop, going to go on an alternate strategy now. Bames in 15th, having a penalty already after speeding into the pits. Buzz with a 5-second penalty, colliding with Ryan. Ben 16th, and then the last of the current racers is Demon King in 17th. No Williams will be scoring points today, so that's going to be a little bit annoying for them in the constructors, as Red Bull have really closed down the gap to them. They are currently in 5th in the constructors, so we'll have to see. Let's see how well Red Bull are going to do today. I mean, we currently have Corey in 1st, and then his teammate Andy in 5th. Great start between the pair of Cam and Andy there in 4th and 5th respectively. think the safety car will be coming in this lap. Yeah, so welcome back to another round of Safety Car Simulator. We're at Abu Dhabi this week. Young Damon King has now retired. We have 4 retirements already before we've even had a lap of green racing. Crazy stuff. The rate we're going, we could be on for an LBR record. Currently the record is 12. I wish to not get anywhere near it. But the going into lap 3, the standing is Corey maintained pole position. Front 3 all maintains their same positions with Grimes and Nico in 2nd and 3rd respectively behind him. Cam and Andy both gaining a position up into 4th and 5th. JD up a couple. Scott there in 7th, staying where he started. The Redemption Man in 8th. Delirious also gaining a position, like we said before. Ryan and Buzz, the 2 big winners of the early incident there, now in 10th and 11th, gaining 9 and 7 positions. That is crazy. Danny, probably the biggest loser so far, started 4th, now down in 12th. Blaze in 13th. Our darling in 14th. Bames in 15th. And then Ben in 16th, rounding it all up. Safety car will be in this lap. So we'll get ready for the restart. Everyone's going to start warming their tyres up. Young Damon King has left the session. Who really gives a shit? Everybody weaving side to side. We're stay on board with Nico here. Oh dear, Grimes trying to go side by side with Corey there. This is shades of last year, right here. Only difference is it's not for the title. A lot of weaving going around here, very close here. As we get the restart is about to go underway. Corey just wait for the safety car to come in the pits, and then we will finally get some green racing. Fingers crossed. When's he going to go? When's he going to pull the trigger? And he does go now. He has gone on the restart. Grimes reacted very well, as did Nico. All 3 of them got away very nice and tidy. A little bit further behind is Cam. And Cam's put it in the wall. Cam's put it in the wall and DNF. No way. After a great start from Cam there. Great qualifying in 5th. It was in 4th. And he's just binned it as well on the exit of turn 1. That is such a shame for Cam. No safety car. But we have 5 DNFs so far in this race. What a shame. That does promote Andy into P4. This would be his best ever finish if he stayed here for the season. For the rest of the race, this would be his best finish of the season. Oh, that's very unfortunate for Cam there. Great qualifying, great race start as well. JD in 5th, Scott in 6th, Jason in 7th, just behind these 3 are all battling out for 4th. Delirious going side by side with Ryan. Ryan trying to overtake off track. There's a 2nd safety car now, as this has been absolute chaos at the start of this race. Like I said, safety car simulator. It's just utter carnage at the moment, honestly. I mean, what are people going to think about doing? You know, this is near enough a free pit stop. But obviously it's very early in the race. You know, you could put on the hards, take them to the end, but you know, you will be a little bit slower. But obviously not having to race with a pit stop. What's Corey going to do here? Corey is going to come in. Let's see what wall of tyre he's going to be putting on. Corey's going to go for the mediums. Scott also coming in as well. Only the 2 drivers coming in for the pit stops. Scott putting on the mediums as well. This does promote Grimes into the lead of the race with JD in 2nd, Andy in 3rd, Nico in 4th. I'm not quite sure what happened to him. He was 3rd. Jason in 5th, Ryan 6th. Gained 13 positions from the start. Crazy racing. Delirious 7th. Buzz in 8th. Danny 9th. Our darling in the points. Alfie in 10th. Crazy stuff. Blazer 11th. Bames in 12th. Ben 13th. Corey in 14th. Obviously after the pit stop along with Scott as well. Both of them pitting under the safety car, so they will be at the back of the grid for now. But with the fresh tyres, I'm sure they'll be cutting their way through back towards the front of the grid in no time. Oh, we just got a raid. Yes, word kick with the Raider 7. I hope you're doing well, brother. I'm sorry for not really recognizing that. What I do is so for those on YouTube who are listening to this video, what I do is I stream the race live. I commentate over it, and then I will post it onto the YouTube video. That's why maybe some of the commentating is a little bit scuffed, but you know, it's all live in the flesh. It's all real time. And that's the best type of time. I'm amazing, word. Thank you very much for the raid, my guy. We are racing. I am commentating here, round 15 of the LBL on the F1 game. We're at Abu Dhabi. There's been a bag of DNFs so far already. 2 safety cars. I don't think we've had a full lap of green racing. Also, if you do want to come watch this live, it is twitch.tv/LawtonLad. We also do the qualifying live on stream. We do some open lobbies afterwards. You know, we jam out some tunes, all that good stuff. Yeah. Once again, word. Thank you very much for the raid there, my guy. I appreciate you, brother. Big shout out to you there. Safety car still out. Should definitely be back in this lap. I'd have expected it to. And Nico is also using the AI in under safety car, so that will be a 5-second penalty. You know to not be using this AI under safety car. As Ryan picks up a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Jason. We're all over the gaff. We are all over the gaff. I presume the safety car will be back in this lap. It is indeed. So we will be ready for our second restart already. Grimes leading the pack. He did say he is the favourite for this race, self-proclaimed favourite for this race win. He is 31st in the world on time trial around Abu Dhabi, so it would be wise to back himself up there on the mediums, so he's not even going as fast as he possibly could. As JD on the limit there, nearly going into the back of Grimes. A lot of weaving back and forth here, very close. Right behind Grimes. This is the thing, you need to stay as close to the person in front of you as possible without trying to touch them. You don't want to get that penalty, but at the same time you don't want to give them too much breathing space, because they will get a good start and will get away. When's Grimes deciding to go? JD waiting patiently for the restart. JD is on the faster tyres, but Grimes overall does have the pace advantage. Here's the restart now. Grimes goes away. JD caught lacking a little bit, although not too much ground lost for him though, as Grimes has gone sideways, overstayed a little bit too much on the throttle of the exit of the final corner. Allows JD to get back just behind him now, as we finally have green racing yet again for the 3rd time this race. Coming out of the exit of turn 2, it is currently Grimes, JD, Nico just behind there. Nico's going to try and go alongside JD. They make contact. Nico's going to try and go for a little dive bomb around the outside towards into the chicane. Bearing in mind, this is the old map and not the new revamped map. Nico's going to have to halt the position there. Andy in 4th behind Nico. He would love these two to keep scrapping, because he could try and get in, get the overtake on both of them. That'd be amazing for him. Redemption Man in 5th. He was chasing a podium a few races ago, and since then has desperately wanted one, but has not been able to get one. He would love it if everybody in front of him went slow and he could get in front of them. Grimes already building up a 1.4 second lead over the boys behind, as Nico's now getting in the slipstream of JD. The ERS is opening, he's closing, going up the inside. JD leaving the space now in towards the chicane. Inside he goes, very nice indeed, stays within track limits as well, as there was a little bit of corner cut just after I say that. Nico, that is up into second now. JD in third, with Andy now going to try and press him further back. We have Jason, Ryan, Delirious, JD's teammate, as didn't qualify the greatest. You normally see him in normally like the top 6, but had to settle for 10th. Now up into 7th. Danny has also got himself back into the points, gained a few positions. Ryan going a little bit wide there, allowing Delirious, invites him, opens the door originally, but then shuts it very quickly. There is a lot of weaving all over the places. Andy's coming in to go into the pits. We finally have a proper fastest lap set. Andy now into the pits, going to go on that alternate strategy, probably going to chuck on a set of mediums. He will indeed. As we also have Blaze coming into the pits. Oh, there's a front wing change for Andy. He must have picked up a little bit of damage whilst fighting with JD and Nico there, as Nico has fallen down the order. Nico has spun on the exit of 3. That has dropped him all the way down out of the points into 13th. That is very unfortunate for Nico, which does promote JD into second. Grimes is running away with this. He's a 3.6 second lead already over JD. And the Redemption Man is in the podium spots. This could be tasty for him, with Delirious now in 4th. Now he's firing on all cylinders, with Ryan with a great overtake. He does have that 5-second penalty though, but Ryan is now into 4th. Gained 15 positions off the start. Crazy. The safety car will have played some part there. To the reasoning as to why he is, as Ryan is swerving all over the place. Now, I do not like that. Any more of that, and there will be the black and white flag. It will be dished out very promptly. Delirious just avoiding that. Danny now into 6th on the back end of Delirious and Ryan. Oh, as Danny's lost a bit of his front wing after making contact, because Delirious had a poor exit. This race is all over the shop. Yellow flag in sector 3. Danny, just when he got himself back into the points, is now going to have to go into the pits after also pitting as well, because I think he started on the softs. And there's also some more front wing there. I didn't see from what car exactly. This has gone from bad to worse for Danny. He DNF'd last race, and Grimes got the whole 26 points back on him. And, you know, this is really not what Danny wants. Yeah, Ben Taylor going slow. I think he also needs a front wing change. He does indeed. Nico coming into the pits as well there, I think. Was that just in front? It was as well. Or Buzz, rather, sorry. Nico and obviously Andy Gatehouse have both pitted, so they will be firing on all cylinders. Meanwhile, up front, Grimes, he's in a race of his own, as Jason has DNF. The Redemption Man will not get his redemption today. He's parked it. He has DNF'd. There will be no podium for Jason today. Very unfortunate there for him. Grimes, like I was saying, still in first. 7.4 second lead already over JD. This is crazy stuff. We already have 6 DNFs, and we've had about 4 laps of green racing. Scott finding himself back on the podium. This would be nice to, you know, keep Alpine in the constructors fight for the title there, but unfortunately I just don't think it's gonna really gonna improve much. They're building that much of a gap each week. It's not helping out. Corey into 4th now after obviously pitting earlier on. He'll enjoy that on the faster tyres, of course. He will have the pace advantage. Delirious having to concede the position from Corey. Alfie, our darling, our sweetheart, in 6th, with Bames in 7th as well. He had a poor qualifying. He was the first to actually DNF, so he will be fancying himself in 7th there, with Nico after pitting going into 8th. It will be a 2-stop strategy for Nico now after putting on the softs. There's no way he takes them to the end. Wait, is Nico actually pitted? No, it was the other McLaren that pitted. I do apologise. As JD is now coming into the pits for his stop. He will be putting on a set of mediums, I can imagine. If he puts on hards, could be curtains for him. He does put on the mediums. He could be on for a podium today, could Delirious. We'd love to see him get his 3rd podium. Forever the shithouse podium. Nico is now coming into the pits. I was wrong before. It was Buzz that came into the pits that I saw. And Nico now going to come in, put on the mediums, go to the end, bish bash, have fun with that. Andy in 8th. The strategies are all over the place for everybody. They are really all over the place. People obviously pitting on the first safety car, people pitting on the second safety car. people having damage. Same with Danny as well. Into turn 1 there. Danny set the fastest sector 3. Did go into the pits. You know, when so much happens, you just forget about what happens all the time. Jason Davies leaving as well. Unfortunate for him there, but oh well, these things happen. Buzz in 11th. Ryan in 12th. Ben in 13th, and his teammate Blaze coming out the pits there at the back of the grid. Meanwhile, up front, Scott and Corey now in 2nd and 3rd, trying to chase down Grimes, but he has built up nearly a 10-second lead already by the end of lap 10. These medium tyres are just working beautifully for him. So I think there was a little bit of a bug there. It showed him slowing down. Not quite sure what's going on with Grimes here, but even still, the gap did drop a little bit by a whole second there. So more than a second actually. The gap's just continuously dropping. Not quite sure what happened to Grimes there, but still over an 8-second lead. Probably will re-stretch it back out. Further back, Grimes, apologies, Scott in 2nd with Corey trying to close him down. Corey, a late replacement into the season, and you know his first race last week out, he was looking to win Monza and on his debut, and unfortunately the safety car came out for half a lap. As we have another retirement, Blaze Rapid has retired from the session as we have another safety car, the 3rd safety car of this race. As Blaze has retired, we have 13 finishes left at the moment. This is really going to close up the grid together. Just when you thought things were going to be better. As Nico has a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. It could not go from bad to worse. The spin and now the drive-through penalty. Nico has just decided to DNF from the race. That's very unfortunate for Nico. We only have 13 races at the moment. 7 DNFs already. Safety car is in. It will bunch up all the boys together. Crazy stuff. So what are people thinking about doing now? If they haven't pitted, I definitely would now. This is a godsend for the people who have not pitted just yet. Nico is in the mud. Corey is coming in. What's he going to put on? Maybe just another set of mediums. Oh, and the front wing change had a little bit of damage there. Delirious also coming into the pits. Also needs a new front wing. Alfie only needed a fresh set of rubber. So he has gained a position on Delirious there in the pits. As he's just collided with the wall. Any damage? No, he got away, I think. He got lucky with that one. I don't think he'll get the same fortune yet again if there is another safety car and they do dive into the pits. Grimes, having built up nearly a 10-second lead, has all been diminished now with Scott just behind him now. Everybody having pit start to being far behind. They will have to close up. Buzz over a minute down is in the pits on the exit there. So hopefully we'll get some more wheel-to-wheel racing now that everybody will be even more bunched up yet again. It's a 4-5 for Red Bull as well, with Andy in 4th. Still on for his best finish of the season. Even with on reduced, we've had 3 safety cars. Let's have a look, see who actually hasn't pitted so far. Grimes hasn't yet to pit. He's the only one who is yet to pit out of all the races currently. So what would this mean? He would be 20 seconds down. Oh, what's the average pit stop around here? I think it's 25 seconds. Grimes is indeed dumping fuel like no tomorrow. Very strategic. Grimes is on the second half of the season. He's doing a title charge. He is on one. Grimes is on one. I still think he could pull it off. With 14 laps though and a lot of people on fresh rubber, it's going to be a tall order for him, but I still think he could manage it. It just truly depends on how his tyres are. He has got to obviously make these last for a little bit longer as well. But we will see. I think everybody is now bunched up together. Buzz coming up to the back end of all the boys. That didn't sound good. Anyway, to the rest of the races, I should have said. Oh Christ, I'm never going to live that one down. Anyway, the safety car should be in this lap. We have not even finished half of the race yet, and we are 3 safety cars in, 8 DNFs. Safety car will be in this lap. Grimes will take charge of the restart once more. Warming up those tyres as much as possible. Oh, Scott having to avoid that there nearly. Grimes dumping a lot of fuel here. You can hear him revving his engine. Let's have a look at the restart, see what happens. When's he going to go? When's Scott going to react? Oh, that's going to be a 5-second penalty for Scott. Oh, he got lucky, but Bames did get one, though. Scott coming into the pits now. Okay, anyway, on the restart, that threw me off big time. Do apologise. Grimes already a 1.3 second lead. JD in second with Andy in third, just behind him. Andy has never had a podium. He has never finished above 5th. So he would love for things to finish the way they are right now. His teammate Corey in 4th, just behind him. Our darling, our sweetheart in 5th. Bames with a penalty after making contact under the safety car. Delirious in 7th. Ryan in 8th. Still gained 11 positions from the start. Danny down in 9th. Now the safety car will have helped him out a lot. For the second half of this race, he will be on the charge. Ben Taylor in 10th. Buzz in 11th. And then Scott, after obviously pitting, he is now on his way back out. I think at this point, what do people want? Do they want another safety car a little bit later on in the race so they can sit on put on a set of slicks, a red wall tyre, or do they just stick to the tyres they've got currently and just hope that nobody else bends it, nobody does a Latifi in the final section maybe? But still, Grimes in 1st, JD 2nd, the Red Bull pairing of Gatehouse and Corey in 3rd and 4th respectively, Alfie in 5th, Bames 6th, Delirious 7th, Ryan 8th, Danny 9th, Ben 10th, being overtaken by Buzz there as we see it, as he's just going to let Buzz go past him, perhaps didn't want to go side by side. Ben is on the hard wall of tyres, I never saw this. He's going to go to the end clearly on these tyres, unless obviously, like I said before, there will be another safety car which could convince him to come in. As Corey just in front there, making a move on his teammate, promotes himself up into 3rd. Corey with these fast tyres will probably be the fastest person on the grid. If not, it would be Danny. Let's stay on board with Corey as he trying to close down JD, and he is doing so at quite a rapid pace, it must be said. What looked like a dot before is a full-sized car, as we have a double yellow flag. There is a DNF from Delirious. Is it Is it a safety car? It's a virtual safety car at the moment. Delirious has DNF'd. Unfortunately, we're going to be able to be on board with Scott here, and we will see where Delirious went off. Probably on the exit of turn 3 here. Yeah, same place as Jason. He's put it in the wall and he's lost it. We only have 11 finishes right now. I have never seen something as bad as this. The stopping and starting constantly. It's crazy. Still though, 11 finishes. Near enough everyone here is guaranteed to walk away with a point here. If we get one more DNF, everyone will be in the points. We have Delirious, Nico, Rapid, Jason, Cam, Demon, King Joel, Noel King and J King, who have all DNF. If JD wins this race, I will, live on stream, get naked if JD wins this race. DRS has been enabled. The virtual safety car has ended. Grimes with a 2.4 second lead over JD. JD still in second. I'm absolutely loving this from him. Brilliant. A podium could be on. A third podium of the season for JD could be on. As Buzz, just a little bit further behind, makes an overtake on Danny. Danny going really slow for some reason. Not quite sure why. Perhaps he's not feeling great. Like I said before, he does have COVID, so no clue as to what's going on with him, but nevertheless, it is currently an Alpine 10-11. What is Danny doing right now? No clue whatsoever. Perhaps maybe trying to give Scott some DRS or something, maybe get Scott a little bit higher up, getting closer to the back of the pack, help him out with the pace and stuff like that. I'm not too sure. He's going really slow. We'll come back to it. Grimes still in first, built up a 2.2 second lead over Corey, who is now overtaking JD. We missed that as I was spectating Danny doing his own thing, I guess. Alfie in fourth. Lovely stuff from Alfie. I'd love to see Alfie on the podium as well. There's a few people who I've grown a bit of a soft spot for, and Alfie is one of them. He is the LBL darling. Corey goes the fastest with a 37.8. He's 1.8 seconds behind Grimes on the charge. There's 11 laps left of this race. Grimes is yet to pit, and Corey is closing in on him. Could Grimes have just ruined his race win? Or is he holding out for another safety car? And with the people who are left in this race, I don't think we will see another safety car. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Big time. But as it stands, I don't think we will. The gap now 1.7. Those tyres of Grimes have done an amazing stint. I think Grimes will be coming in this lap, as Corey is big time gaining on him. As we have a double DNF, just as I was saying, never mind, we have a double DNF. There is a fourth safety car in this race. Ryan and Buzz have both just DNF'd. What has happened? What has just happened? What has just happened? I have ate my words big time. We're on our fourth safety car of the race. This has been a catastrophic race. We have 9 races right now. 9 races. What is going on? Well, quite obviously, Grimes is going to come into the pits, as is Corey as well. They're both going to have a nice little shootout for the ending. The other boys opting to stay out now. There will be 7 laps of racing. I think Danny's also going to come in. Scott will probably come in. Andy Gatehouse as well, coming in, putting on softs. Bames is going to serve his 5-second stop-go penalty as well, so that will have helped him out massively. Little bit of team radio from Buzz, basically saying Ryan's gone into the side of Buzz, so we will be looking at that. I think some penalties will be dished out. But we have 9 racers so far left in this race. 9 racers. Grimes came out in 3rd with Corey just behind him, both of them on the softs. This is going to be a shootout for the ages. I cannot wait for this. JD and Alfie in 1st and 2nd. I would love it if they stayed there. But with the faster tyres from the 2 boys here, from Grimes and Corey, it is going to be a repeat of Monza. There will be another shootout between the pair of them. Ben in 5th, still hasn't pit on the hard tyres. Our darling in 2nd. Lawson knows the assignment. If it comes to it, Lawson knows the assignment. Andy in 6th, obviously putting the softs on as well. Bames in 7th, Scott in 8th, and Danny in 9th. I don't think there's any AIs been used just yet. I haven't seen any yet. JD in 1st. We love to see it, boys. We love to see it. If JD, I said it before, if JD wins this race, I will do a stream naked. I will stream naked. Which, if you do want to come and watch it on the possible outcome of this happening, you can find me on twitch.tv/LawtonLad. I do open lobbies on F1 every day. League races on Tuesday, with a couple more league races coming in very shortly. Wow. We're also we're going to make a new thing, new content coming to F1. I'm going to make a battle royale league, a fight to the death. Everybody tries to take everyone out. Crazy. Wow. I think the safety car will be in this lap. Everybody now caught back up. Danny on softs, as is Scott. The safety car will be in this lap. Danny is going to be able to get onto the back end of everyone. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how much damage limitation he can. Let's see if he is able to pull more points out. He's guaranteed 2 this race. I fear I'm going to see a lot of steward submissions after this race, so it will not be fun. This is why I never show the standings after a race, because I have to go through all of the submissions, take into account I'm only one man, there's only so much I can do. There is safety car is in this lap. JD is going to control the pace with Alfie just behind him, both of them on the yellow wall tyres, with a very fast Grimes and Corey partnership there, ready to hunt them down. Ben still on the hards in 5th there. I think everybody else will be on softs. They are indeed on this restart. We're going to stay on board with Grimes here for the restart. Was this the 4th restart of the race, I believe? 4th. Look how much fuel Grimes is trying to dump here. We understood the assignment from before. And JD gets it going. Alfie in 2nd there. Quick to react, but JD just getting away very nicely there. On the exit of the final corner, Grimes does have a run on Alfie. He's going to try and send one along the outside into turn 1. He does that beautifully. Just these brand new slicks, just so fast. Corey's going to want to try and get around Alfie as quick as possible as we have a yellow flag in sector 1. Please, please, no safety car. Thank Christ. Grimes already on the back end of JD there. Corey into third. JD will be doing Corey a massive favour here. As Grimes now on the back end. Corey will want to try and get in front of Grimes. This is going to be a shootout to the end. Alfie still in fourth. In a world of his own right there. Is Grimes going to try and make a move up the inside of JD? They go side by side through the chicane, which allows Corey to come up the inside. Brilliant eyesight there from Corey. Forces JD went into the corner with Grimes. Grimes had to go a little bit wide. Corey there saw the door, Ayrton Senna style. Grimes perhaps even thinking about going around the outside here. He does. Beautiful overtake there on JD. And Corey's going to want to try and get past JD as quick as possible now, because Grimes will get away if JD is in Corey's way. What's JD going to do here? Ooh, little bit of a late lunge there. Personally, I wouldn't have done that. There's already a 1.5 second gap from Grimes. Alfie has been overtaken by Andy. The Red Bulls are on for some serious points today, as there is just a train of cars. Ben not having the greatest time of his life. This is some amazing racing here. Look at that shot there. As Scott's going to try and make a move on Bames. Into the corner, into the chicane. Unable to do so. They bump ever so slightly. This is a lovely angle for the racing. Look at this. And away they go. Down the straight. A little bit further up, Corey has got in front of JD, as has Andy Gatehouse. So it is now a double podium currently for the Red Bulls. Corey is 2.5 seconds behind Grimes. Let's see what he can do. He's got 7 laps left. Meanwhile, Bames has overtaken Alfie. Our darling being overtaken. Just going to try and stay in the slipstream of the AlphaTauri there just in front of me. Although I think the AlphaTauri is also going to try and make a move on the Ferrari of JD. He does got the inside there. Has to ride the curb as JD squeezes him ever so slightly. Alfie getting a little bit closer there to the back end of the AlphaTauri. Scott and Danny both 7th and 8th. This is really not where they want to be. You know, between them, they'll score a combined, 10 points for the constructors, and then obviously that really does not help Danny out in his championship fight. As Grimes sets the fastest lap so far, Corey was 2.4 behind. He is now 2.7 behind. I think the race leader, like I did say before, unless a safety car came out to help him, I think it would have been a bit of a tall order for him to win this race. But I do believe Grimes is going to go and win this race. I don't want to say anything too early, because it appears I have a bit of a curse. As JD has dropped 3 positions. He's going really slow. As JD has left the session, I've no clue what has happened there. Perhaps maybe a lag or desync or something, I've really no clue, but either way, it is still currently Andy Gatehouse on the podium. He's loving life right now. He's got a 2-second gap to Bames there behind him. But he does have Scott 3 seconds behind. DRS open for Scott. Around the outside of Bames. Nicely done. Already overtook him before they even got to the corner. Lovely. Simply lovely. That's now Scott into 4th. 3 seconds behind Andy, chasing him down. Has 6 laps to do so. Corey just in 2nd, minding his own business, having fun. Oh, as Corey rides the curb a little bit there, has to be careful taking swerving there, swerving action, so he doesn't put it in the wall. Gap now 3.4, unless Grimes does something to his car, which I don't think he will. JD now into the pits. Into the pits we must go. Yo, 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 yo. I think JD is now back racing. Although don't quote me on that. Putting on another set of mediums. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not him racing then. There was a lovely little shot of the mechanic there. Ben, he's having a whale of a time in 8th. Danny in 7th. Closing down on Alfie. Does have DRS alongside him. And gets in front of him. He's going to be chasing down Bames and Scott now. This will be a brilliant recovery drive. P3 is still on the cards for Danny. Excuse me. So we have 11 DNFs so far. Scott going up the inside of Bames. Danny is really on a charge here. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3, not quite sure why. As Corey has spun. What has happened to Corey? This now promotes Andy into second. With 5 laps to go, Grimes is now over 9 seconds ahead. He's now on lap 25 before Andy Gatehouse in second has even come around the final corner. I would love to see Andy on the podium. I really would. I would love to see it. Come on, Andy, hold in there. You've got 5 laps and a 5-second gap between the 2 fast drivers who could take you out of the podium. Although Scott is now in 3rd, courtesy of a Corey spin. Alfie in 6th, with Danny in front of him. Alfie has dropped off the pack a bit. Bames not running with much ERS whatsoever, 14%. Does have DRS, but I think with the amount of ERS that Danny has, this could be a good run down into turn 1. Not turn 1. As Ben Taylor has now DNF'd. Ben Taylor has DNF'd. We have equaled our record. We have 12 DNFs for this race. This has been a biblical race. As packed on the road there, on the track. We have 12 DNFs with 5 laps racing. Only a double yellow flag though. No safety car. Makes a change. The gap is now 11 seconds. Andy in 2nd, Scott in 3rd. Trying to chase him down. Bames in 4th. And Danny in 5th. Corey 6th, having just overtaken Alfie. JD still in 8th. I'm not too sure what happened. I think it was a desync or something. Or he's just fully left the session and his ghost is now racing for him. We'll have to find out. Well, Grimes has got 4 laps of cruising pretty much, and he will be having a lot of fun. Oh, Scott on the exit of 2 there, having to get off the throttle, otherwise he would have spun. Bames just behind him, with Danny also just behind here. I think what Danny wants here is to get to 2nd, because then it is huge damage limitation here after the race, after the start he had. He dropped from 4th to 12th after the first safety car. He would love to finish this race in 2nd. But I just don't think he can overtake anyone. And is it 3 wide nearly, going out the exit of the chicane there. Bames off the circuit, Andy just in front of him. Andy's looking at going back on Scott. He does for 2nd place. This is some beautiful racing. Andy will retain P2 for now, with Scott in 3rd. Bames 4th and Danny just behind. This battle for 2nd is beautiful, and all this squabbling has allowed Corey to close up the gap from the spin. Let's just keep on Danny's POV for now, and there's no point watching Grimes. Like, look, he's having fun. He's away with it. He knows he's going to win this race unless he pins it. As Scott is now desyncing all over the shop. This is not going to be fun for some of the drivers. We have 3 laps left of this race. Who is going to finish on the podium here? We have 4 drivers very close to one another. Scott all over the gaff. As Bame's going slow, clearly, because of that. And then Danny nearly runs into the back of him. All of this slowing down is allowing Andy to pull away a little bit of a gap here. As Danny is being overtaken by Corey. We could still see a P2 yet for Corey. Danny now side by side with Corey into the corner there, although I think he had to back off a little bit. Corey now with DRS on the back end of Bames. Bames sitting pretty in 4th. This would be his best finish of the season if he finished in 4th. Scott now into 2nd. Although with a poor exit of the chicane there, Andy is now back into 2nd. This is chopping and changing non-stop. This is lovely racing between the Alpine, AlphaTauris and the Red Bulls. Who is going to finish where? Like, you know, I think it's just all over the gaff. Grimes probably going to take the race win. Alfie in 7th and JD in 8th. With the middle of this pack, I just don't know. They're all so close to one another. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3. As Alfie has DNF. Never mind. Alfie has DNF'd. We have 13 DNFs. That is very unlucky. We have a brand new LBL record of 13 DNFs. Yellow flag all across the map. The track. Mental scenes. Bames goes wide. So now it is a battle between the Alpines and the Red Bulls for the final 2 podium positions. This is crazy. Where is Alfie? It was along here somewhere. Oh well, we'll come back to it. This is so much more fun to watch. Scott in 2nd, Andy 3rd, Corey 4th with Danny in 5th. Wow, this is fun. Tiny bit of argy-bargy there going on. Because of the 2 Red Bulls squabbling there, that would mean Andy was able to get past Corey. Scott has run away a little bit. He is now out of DRS. As Corey's just gone up the inside of Danny and lost his front wing. So Danny's now in 4th. Corey in 5th. This could be an Alpine 2-3. Oh, never mind. We are on the last lap of the race. I thought the race was nearly over. We are now on the last lap of the race. Grimes, from start to finish, has pretty much led the race. Fun times for him. Scott in 2nd. Andy in 3rd with Danny in 4th. Can Andy hold on to this podium? He has no ERS whatsoever to work with. Come on, Andy. You can do it. Do it for the boys. Come on, Andy. I don't think he's going to have DRS either. He doesn't get DRS, but Danny will have DRS. He opens up the ERS, opens up the DRS. Oh, this is very unfortunate for Andy. Unless Andy can find a crazy amount of pace in this final sector, I don't think he's going to finish on the podium. What has he got in his locker? Runs a bit wide there. That is not what he wants. ERS and DRS open, but Danny also had DRS from Scott. As Scott is going to let Danny go through, because this will help out Danny in the championship. Scott in 3rd now, very respectable there. What can Andy do? He has half a sector left. He is going for it. Grimes is going to come around the final corner and take the checkered flag of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That is a great win for him. Oh, as Andy's gone wide, he is in 3rd. Scott does overtake him back. That is very unfortunate for him. He held on for so long. But that is, that was an amazing ending to what could have been. Danny will come round. Great recovery drive. second courtesy of Scott there. Damage limitation for Scott. For Danny rather. Scott comes home in third. Andy, a very valiant effort in fourth. Oh, I am so gutted. I really wanted him on the podium there. That is so unfortunate for him. Still, nonetheless, a great drive for Andy. Great drive there. Best race finish of the season. Big ups to you, Andy. That was lovely. Bames finishes in fifth. Corey going to cross the line in sixth, sorry. And then JD as well in seventh. Wow. What a race. Grimes had taken this race from start to finish. It had Grimes' name all over it. Amazing result there for Grimes as he closes up the gap even more so. Danny, having COVID, finishes in second. He would have got third, but because obviously Scott's his teammate, he knows how vital each point is this late on in the championship. So he did give Danny those extra 3 points, allowing him to go through. Crazy, crazy stuff. Danny comes home in second. Scott there, like I said before, finishes in third. Very unfortunate for Andy. He finishes in fourth there. I am wounded. I am so upset for Andy. Finishes in fourth. Bames in fifth. Corey sixth. And JD in seventh will round out the rest of the finishers, even though JD was ghosted towards the end. Further down the order, we have Alfie in eighth. Ben in 9th, Ryan 10th, Buzz 11th, Delirious 12th, Nico 13th, Rapid 14th, Jason 15th, Cam 16th, Demon King 17th, King Joel in 18th, Noel King in 19th, and then obviously Jake King finishes in 20th. He DNF'd before turn 1. That was when the first safety car came in. What a crazy race it has been. Crazy stuff. Congratulations to all the boys who finished there. Honestly, my driver of the day has to be Andy Gatehouse. That was a crazy race from him. I'm very upset for him that he didn't get that podium, but it is coming. It is coming. But anyway, if any of you would like to see this live, you can come over to twitch.tv/LawtonLad where I do it live. You can see the qualifying, and we also do open lobbies afterwards. But other than that, that's all from me. What a biblical race it has been. I think next week we go to Singapore, so join us next time. But until then, peace!